I'm ready.
Welcome back, and we're going to jump right into Storenzo's criminal background of, I want to say, everything to do with crime, guns, drugs, anything else?
Money.
Money.
Money. Money.
That's usually the motivating
that's
factor,
the
right?
turning
motivation.
it over.
That's the motivational aspect.
Go ahead. I want to hear about all of it. The guns, mostly.
Well,
Guns is a big charge.
yeah, and I never got caught. And
Okay.
I think what it was with me, also, you know someone, we both know someone that we won't talk about. We weren't stupid, smart.
Mm-hmm.
Three things I took pride in. I never got married, and not that I'm not proud to be married, but I didn't want to get married just to get married.
Right.
I only have one child. I didn't want baby mamas.
Okay.
And when I was dealing with what I was dealing with, I didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
Only the one or two people that worked with me. Because I knew that there were plenty of two things, snitches and people that envied me, not because of money or drugs,
People get
just
jealous.
because
People
when
get
I was
jealous.
a dancer and I was a cute kid,
Yeah.
I got the girls, I was always dressed up, had the cars, had this. So I never trusted anyone.
People get jealous.
Yeah, I never trusted anyone. So there are people that'll probably see me talk about this and go, not him, because they didn't know that side of me. They didn't know that side.
Which
of me.
is good. You're not supposed to know that.
Right.
When you are I always say this. Well, people say when I did this podcast, after I was on Get Gotti, I did numerous documentaries on crime. We never heard of her. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's a good thing in the streets. You're not supposed to hear about me.
Exactly.
You
That's
know,
the best.
that means you're a good criminal.
The best kept secret would be you.
Right.
But I was dealing, but ironically, I'll bring you 20 people here that did 10 years, 20 years. A friend of mine just came home, 32 years, and they'll tell you, yeah, he was always there. So my presence was there, but I didn't make it known to what I was doing.
Not flashy or
Never
showy.
flashy.
Not showy.
And I didn't tell anybody what I was selling. I never said,
Right.
I sell guns.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, where
Never.
do you get the guns from?
I had my connection.
You had your
I
connection,
had my
gun
connection.
dealers.
And believe it or not, my connection was a Puerto Rican connection.
Right. So you
It was a
kept
Puerto
it.
Rican connection. Puerto Ricans, that's what I say. Like, you have the big Italian mobster stories, the Russian ones. Puerto Ricans have a big play in a lot of things.
Oh yeah, they do, and
know,
we need to get more documentaries
Yeah,
and more
there's a lot of
stories
Puerto
out
Ricans
on the
that
Puerto
I
Rican
know.
culture of what they have been through and how they came up
Yeah.
through the ranks.
Yep.
So you were running guns between here
And Puerto
Florida,
Rico,
and
Florida,
Puerto Rico,
Puerto
and
Rico.
Florida, yeah.
So if I came to you and I said I need a 9mm,
You get it in about half an hour.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I said I need 20,
You can get that in about an hour.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah, I had the right people.
you're
doing
the
right thing.
man.
I was still under someone else, but yeah,
Right.
but I'm the one that
Right.
I took a trip, and a lot of people don't know this either. I took a trip to Florida. Had about 100 guns in the trunk.
But it's similar to drugs. It's a
Yeah.
gun dealer is a drug dealer. It's all the same. It's a crime.
I get pulled over.
Oh,
Did I say-
geez.
I said that. Yeah, I got pulled over
Well, there's 100 guns in the trunk.
in the trunk going to Florida with a friend of mine. What got me away was that the cop was Italian.
Oh.
He saw my license. And just because of my last name, he started talking to me, didn't even bother searching the car.
Okay.
100 guns. You didn't search the car.
Didn't
What
search the
state?
car. This was right before probably Georgia.
Oh.
This is Georgia. An Italian cop in Georgia. An Italian cop in Georgia.
Yeah.
You would've been-
You would have probably got a number of years,
Oh, no,
a
dude,
lot
I-
of years.
You
for
wouldn't
that.
have been out.
Just like in Puerto Rico. I
Yeah.
thought I was going to do life.
Yeah.
When I got caught,
Yeah.
I thought it was life. They had me for 25 years to life, and it was Puerto Rico versus Storenzo Dominic.
How did you do that? How did you beat that case? Well, what did they actually catch you with in Puerto Rico?
What they did is they caught some other kids
Okay.
on transport. They were mules.
Okay.
At that time, I wasn't dealing with the money. I mean, I'm sorry, with the guns. I was dealing with the money.
Okay.
I was the one I would take 250,000 on me, 300,000 and go. and pay everything off, make sure everybody got paid off, and send everyone back. That's what I was doing with this particular Puerto Rican connection. And the day I had gotten caught was 2 kids went before I did. And one of the kids...
Did you know them?
Of course.
Yeah.
They were...
they were with you?
I'll tell you how I got busted eventually. They went through the detector. The kid bought a buckle belt that said Puerto Rico this big. And we told him not to do that. But meanwhile, the guy that strapped them up with the keys was supposed to say, you can't wear that. Wear a
Kilos?
sweatsuit. Yeah, he had 2 kilos here, 2 kilos in the back, coming
gee.
back to New York. And they busted him. Now, I get into the airport. I walk through. She says, hi, sir. How are you? Yeah, everything's fine. Oh, I'm good. Boop, I go through. When I go through, I look over to my right, and I hear, store, what do I do?
So he pulls you in. Are you kidding me? That gave you up.
Shit.
So now,
Oh my God.
but
Oh, shit.
listen, in his
my-
defense, and I'll never say his name because he took the rap. But
How many years did he get?
He did 3.5.
Okay,
three and a
okay.
half.
He had kilos of cocaine. He only did 3.5 years.
Yeah, because a certain amount that they caught, they busted everybody, but they could only give him a certain amount. Anything under 5 kilos, I believe,
Okay.
or 3 kilos was 5-year mandatory
Okay.
sentence. It was a federal bid. He did 3.5 years.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I heard my fucking name. So he goes, store, what do? I look, and I said, my God.
Oh my God. That's like.
Now, there was a
How
guy.
old was he?
He was just turned 18.
Oh, I was going to say he had to be a
He was a
kid.
kid. Now, there was a guy behind me. The one that strapped him up was behind me, getting ready to go in. He made a U-turn and left.
Okay, good.
I should have fucking made the U-turn and leave.
Okay.
But I didn't. I said, I'm already past this. If I do that, then I'm really going to seem guilty. And they're still going to bust me with all the money I had.
Okay.
So I said, let me just go through. So I still went through. And when I go through, that's when it all went down. I got into a brawl with the agents. And,
How much time did you have to do there?
well,
You didn't have anything on you.
no, I didn't have anything. Well, they found, because I ran into the bathroom, put the money bag down and everything. And
They
the other
found
kid
all
put
that?
everything. They found everything. They found everything. So it's not what they found on me. It's that they had me on video buying the tickets, buying the airline tickets, paying for the hotel. And then, Storenzo Dominic, I was AKA, I had another name, Juan Garcia. I had all the kids with different names. So the prosecutor said, he's the kingpin.
So that's what they
So
nailed you.
they told the kids, listen, we'll let you go right now, or we'll give you 3.5 years, because they were trying to scare him. If you fight your case, you're going to do more time.
They wanted him to rat on you?
They wanted both. Two kids got caught. They wanted them to rat out on me, and the kids did not rat out on me.
Wow.
They
good
didn't
for
rat.
them.
So yeah, that's why. So I beat
Do
my
you still
case a year
talk
later.
to them?
Oh yeah. Well, one of them no, but one of them, yeah, I'm really good friends.
Has he
With the one
changed
that-
his life?
Oh yeah, he's been in the union, iron
good.
workers.
Oh,
The
great.
last 30 years.
Oh,
yeah.
great. Okay.
But he's the one that they yelled store. And I'll never ever forget. And that's how I got busted. And believe it or not, I got technicalities. I beat my case in
Okay.
Puerto Rico. And I lost it the first time. Then I had to go to magistrate. So I had to go 4 times and fight my case.
Back to Puerto Rico. Did they let you go back home? They didn't let you go back
I
home?
was with a ankle bracelet in Toalta in the hills in my aunt's house.
Oh, wow.
in my grandparents' house,
So you
yeah.
had to stay there.
My bail was like $1.5 million. I had to keep fighting, put motions in until they lowered it to $100,000, cash and houses, and
Wow.
then I came out. But then a year later, I came home, beat it, and changed my life, man. Just changed my life. Opened up my first tattoo parlor in Williamsburg.
Great.
Got back into the music and doing things here and there. And I never went back, but their stories.
But that's what I mean, like all that's going on in the media today about the music industry. The music industry is intertwined in
It's always
the
been.
drugs, all these corrupt,
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope not, the trafficking and women and Like, that's what they're saying.
Well, Toby, what you said you were involved in it. What's the biggest selling in rap? What's the biggest selling music in rap?
Hip hop.
No, but what's the biggest selling? What kind of music? Now it's trap.
Well, it was gangster rap was
All
big.
gangster
It's all
rap.
gangster
rap was
Those-
big, but a lot of the
those are
rap,
guys.
what they're doing in rap. Here's the thing. So when you're talking about the selling is it's the cars, it's the women. It's that hip hop
jewelry, the
lifestyle,
jewelry.
The jewelry.
It's
the
this
flash.
false, it's the false image that they portray that the average person can't attain. But it's this image that they sell. But when you look deep into the lyrics, they're selling it based on dealing drugs, based on the abuse of the disrespect of how they regard women, so on and so forth. So this is what major record label executives, pencil pushers, not guys that are street guys.
Of course.
These are what these pencil pushers put the money into promoting and supporting, that's going into the eyes and ears of the young children, and that's who it's being sold to. Young teenagers that are influenced by this fake and false lifestyle. Now, these people that are in the music industry, what they're impressed with is the celebrity. So that look of celebrity or wanting to hang with the celebrity and be like that cool person that's hanging with the cool person. And a lot of times those are the radio DJs.
See, that stuff doesn't impress me. I think like now with celebrities and actors and all the stuff it's so like people just don't care. They showed you how people just don't care when you had Kamala Harris getting all these big names, and people just didn't care. They don't care. We're not going to take the lead from someone like that.
Well, what happened now, two things, right? When rap started, the groups were talking about their struggle. They weren't promoting anything negative. They were talking about their real struggle growing up in the Bronx. Their life. So they weren't trying to promote anything. And then from that, it went to Curtis Blow. It became a dance thing.
Right.
The rap was about dancing. If you remember, in the early 80s, it was all dance music.
Yeah.
But what's happening now, like what you were speaking about, Andrea, is that everyone's a celebrity today. So no one respects anyone anymore.
They don't.
Everyone's so self-centered that they think that they can get 1 million views.
So much narcissism. Narcissists.
We're living in the worst times.
It's horrible. It really is narcissism. It's women. Women are just
everyone.
bad.
It's everyone. It's everyone.
It's crazy to me.
So celebrity status is who's on the block. Now, when I was growing up, you
don't even have to tell me. I already know what you're going to say because I remember, even though you're older than me, I'm the generation after you.
Right.
Basically, you were the dancer that they knew so it's not like the internet now. You didn't have the internet back then.
I was the big shot in my neighborhood.
So the guy that's dancing in the clubs, that's the cool cat
that was the cool cat
everybody's talking about.
Thank you. I didn't even have to say it.
No, I already know, brother. I know how it goes down. That's the guy that everybody's flocking to. Everybody's watching you when you're in the clubs and you're the hottest dancer in the clubs, bouncing around the city.
Picking up all the chicks and hanging
knows
out.
who you are because it was word of mouth back then.
That's why I said that the show that I did, Style of Boogie, what we did is I said, we're interviewing neighborhood heroes. Every neighborhood has a hero.
Oh, yeah.
Every neighborhood has a hero.
That people looked up to.
That someone looked up to.
Yes.
And I've always said that there's so many talented people in neighborhoods that they never got that chance. And I was interviewing a lot of those people that I remember growing up. There were dancers before me, DJs before me, drug dealers before me, anything before me. Not all positive, but mostly positive.
So you were doing some arms dealing. You were moving guns. You were selling some drugs.
Not drugs.
Mostly guns.
It was mostly guns and money. Yeah, I didn't sell
money.
drugs. Now I dealt with the guys I was selling. I transported them. I was transporting, but I wasn't touching the drugs myself.
He was mostly.
I never wanted to say I was a drug. I was
no,
never a
he
drug
was
dealer.
mostly a guns guy.
Hold on a second though. You were transporting.
Well, I was telling you to transport. So I personally didn't transport.
Were you saying?
I was telling people to transport
You
it.
were giving the order to transport
yes,
it.
can you not
I was giving someone else's
Well, you
order
don't
to transport.
Hold on a
Don't you
second.
understand what he's saying?
Hold on a second here. I gotta get.
He's gonna
I gotta
throw
get.
me under the
I gotta get.
I know this guy is unbelievable.
I gotta get the
Listen,
facts here. Hold on.
Help me out, buddy boy.
He's trying to get the guy.
He's over there. His hands are tied.
This guy is unbelievable. Would you stop?
Listen to me. Hold on.
Storenzo, I'm sorry.
He's gonna do. So now, what I said
He's
to you
trying
earlier.
to throw him under the bus.
Are you ready for this?
Go ahead, Storenzo.
Watch this. The person that introduced me to you,
Yeah.
okay? His partner was the one I did time for.
Oh,
That's how big they were.
okay.
So the guy that you know, that's quiet, no one knows nothing about, that guy was just as big
Okay.
in my neck of the woods.
Okay.
Okay.
And you know who I'm talking about. So,
We know who you're talking about.
Okay.
so it goes, but it goes to show you, and this ain't us trying to give anyone false deception, right? We're not trying to
Right.
make people think, but we grew up and some of us
Yeah,
got
I
lucky
mean,
and left
and
with the
some of
whole
us,
sh-
some
the
of
whole
us,
scene.
and what's a true blessing is that if something does happen, and then you could learn from it and grow from it and be successful with the knowledge you've acquired through the street smarts and put that into legitimate business and make a life for yourself and not go back. 9 out of 10 go back.
Yeah.
That's why the rate for incarceration, there is so high
It's
because
repetitive,
yes, they
repetitive.
just go back
And they
because
become institutionalized.
they
Listen,
become
I have family.
yes.
How many years again did you do?
I didn't do. I was out within the year.
In
I
Puerto
beat my
Rico.
case,
yeah.
Didn't you get house arrest for a period of
Oh,
time?
yeah,
In
I was
Puerto
there for like
Rico.
6 months in Puerto Rico.
Okay,
I couldn't
okay.
go. I couldn't go anywhere. From
Okay.
7 to 7, I can go out.
Yeah. Okay.
7 to 7. I know you're still dying to throw me under the bus. He's still dying to
This
do.
guy is
you saw-
unbelievable.
I said he's
I
still.
mean, you're trying to.
You don't know it's in him. I can see his face. It
Yeah,
wants to
thank
come out.
you, thank
I know.
you.
I know.
When my other son
We-
sees this video, he's gonna go get him off.
get me off before this guy throws me under the bus. That's what he's.
My kids are
It's in his face. I could see it.
Thank you.
Look.
Thank you. No, I won't allow it. You see how I
Thank you.
stop it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to allow it. No way will I allow that.
Thank you.
Let me go to the next question.
Okay.
Watch his question.
No, I'm watching it. I'm listening.
So tell me what. So obviously you were involved in the street life at some point. You know,
Yeah, my
heavily.
whole life.
Obviously,
Yeah, my whole
that was
life.
your whole life.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
basically the music, the dance.
Whether it was good or bad, it's
you know,
all street.
The criminal activity.
yeah.
What eventually ended up pulling you away from that, going the legitimate route?
Okay. My mother.
Aw,
The love for my mom.
Oh,
Every
love
time I
that.
did something, I thought about that woman.
I
And
love that.
it kept me balanced, believe it or not. And then my father was a hard ass. My father was in gangs himself when he was younger.
And you said you had a good home.
And I had a good, because I had a strict home.
You had a good home.
So I used to go out and then go to the clubhouse, change into my gang gear, go hang out, change, and go back upstairs.
And
'Cause
no
if my
one,
father saw
I
me,
say
I got
this all the
beat.
time. It's unfortunate how kids, whether female or male, learn later in life that no one is going to love you like a mother.
And she's still around.
But unconditionally,
81 years old.
unconditionally, a
She
mother
never
does not
judged me.
care
Nope.
what you did. She's still gonna love you.
On the contrary, every time I did something bad and I got caught, she was like, no, not him. No, not him. But yeah, my mom, believe it or not. And if you want the technical aspect of that question, I always had a dream, man. I always had a dream, and it wasn't a negative one.
But you had become successful in other
I
areas.
really did. I really, yeah.
You know,
I know
with
a lot
all
of
the
celebrities,
right?
a lot of
with all
people.
the other ventures
Yeah.
you've done
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your life, and,
I've been
and
around the
grew
block.
from
I've
that.
been around
You've
the block.
done a lot with
Yeah.
your life and continue to do a lot.
Yep, and now I'm back, really back, getting back into the game now.
And I like the fact that you want to tell the story or stories of the Puerto Rican culture in crime and do a documentary,
Yep.
which I think a documentary would be amazing because there's nothing out there that I know of the culture in the way you could bring that to light, in the way you could bring that to the screen as far as from
Yep.
the inner circle of the Puerto Rican culture of crime, dealing with drugs, dealing with guns, dealing with the corruption, all of that, gangs. What better than someone like you to have a documentary put out there?
We're working on it. I'm trying to get everybody situated. We'll intertwine our podcasts.
Yes, we'll definitely.
So we can get it, because it's really interesting. You'd be surprised. I'll put some people here, Andrea, and you'd be like, for real.
Yeah, we got to get the word. Well, we have to get the word out there. I like to get the word out there of other cultures, not just there's not just crime in the Italian culture. You know, there are some a lot of high level criminals that are incarcerated in different cultures.
All different cultures.
You know, so that needs to be heard of. But I'm glad that you came.
And I'm glad this was unexpected, but thank you.
I'm
thank you.
so happy.
Thank you for having me on.
You did this, and
so happy
hopefully we'll do something together.
Oh yeah, going forward, definitely.
Yes. Press that button, subscribe, help me out here, and we will see you soon.
Hit that button, that subscribe button. Hit that button.
And stop interrogating my guests. This
He was
guy.
going to throw me under the bus. He was. I was going to go do another 5 years. Another 10 years because of him. No.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I swear.